Hello, everyone, and welcome to this little live stream, which is going to be some questions and answers about the Swedish Verbs Bootcamp. So we're going to talk about the Swedish Verbs 101 Bootcamp, which is actually, I would say, I'm actually going to say that it's one of, I love what we do and we do a great job with the lessons and stuff, but I'm super proud of this course, actually. It's one of my favorite courses. I don't know about you, Danny.
This one does put a lot of demand on the people participating. Mm-hmm. So it does require a lot of time, mm-hmm. and obviously some effort as well. Mm-hmm. And obviously now with the situation around us, people have more time. So I guess it won't be as difficult to find the time required to do this. And no. I think that the feeling of achievement that one might have after this would probably be worth it as well.
Mm. I think so too. Yeah, I think it's a great time to do something like this. And you're right, it is intensive, and that's why it's a boot camp.
Yeah.
It's a boot camp, so it's going to be a bit tough. But I just wanted to start with a couple of questions that we've had. Okay, so the first question that I've got here is this an online course? And it is. It is very much an online course. It has an optional element of live, where you can call in and hang out with Daniel in the group drop-in sessions. But it is very much an online course. You don't actually have to lift any weights. I know we call it a boot camp, but this is only in a grammatical sense. So you don't actually have to do a proper physical workout, just a brain workout. Yeah. And I just wanted to run through quickly, just to start this off, with what you get in the course. So I'm just going to run through this so you know exactly what you get. So in this course, you will get 50 selected Swedish verbs, and we've selected the most common and most useful Swedish verbs. You will get them in all 5 forms, and they will be drip fed to you over 5 weeks, and they will include explanations and the translations in English as well.
And you are presented on Quizlet. So,
yes.
Yeah, yes. That's important to mention. So it's not going to be a document with 50 verbs.
No. So then you have access to Quizlet lists with these verbs. And in Quizlet is actually, we've designed them in sentence form. And we've also recorded them. Daniel has recorded all of these sentences so that you can listen, review, and practice and test yourself at any time. And this is quite essential for drilling them in. So this is a big part of what you're going to do throughout the boot camp. And you can use Quizlet on your computer. You can also use it as an app on your phone, and it's free. So that's another thing that this course includes. It also includes this Bootcamp weekly training program, which is going to tell you exactly what you need to do, so you don't have to think about what am I going to do today, how am I going to study these verbs. This will all be laid out for you according to a training program, almost like when you have a personal trainer at the gym and they will tell you exactly what to do. And this will all be laid out in our training program. Actually, shall I show a little bit from the training program? I can do that. I can share my... Why don't I? Okay, so I hope you can see this. So here is the exercise, the Bootcamp exercise training program. And this is a long PDF list. It has, 28 pages. And in here, you will have introduction to all the exercises that you're going to do in Quizlet, and it will explain exactly what you need to do. how you're going to do the study sessions, because you're going to follow like a specific program, which includes circuits and little breaks in between. You're also going to do a warm up and a cool down, and it will show you exactly how you're going to do this. And then a little bit more information. I'm going to skip down to so that you can see. So here you can see week 1 on Monday, Quizlet set number 1. And here's how you're going to do it. So everything is laid out day by day, week by week, exactly what you're going to do. So that's another thing. And then you get downloadable lists with the verbs in all forms, plus the English translations. You then will also get downloadable cheat sheets of the regular verb groups, of help verbs in all forms, and lots of other things, and a PDF guide to the 5 verb forms. So actually explaining, like, what does imperative mean? What is infinitive? When do you use it? How do you use it? So all of this will be very, very clear. And then, of course, we have the drop-in weekly seminars on Zoom. And maybe, yeah, over to you, perhaps, Daniel. You could talk a little bit about what happens there.
Yeah, so in the guide thing where you can enroll, it says that they are seminars. Now, the idea we had was that there would be like seminars, but I quite quickly decided that a seminar is not going to work. So what it actually has become is more of a meeting where you can discuss verbs of this week. Which verbs were the most difficult ones? Which ones did you find easiest, and how did you use them, and have you used them in some way in real life? Now, because the situation is what it is, I don't envision that anyone would go out and try the verbs outside at the moment, but they might come up on TV, or if you read, or if you listen to radio or anything like that, those verbs will still be used. So you will still encounter them, even if you can't actively use them in the same way on the outside at the moment. And so it's more of a session where we can discuss, and kind of me being there as a coach, more than teaching, because you've already taught yourself these things, and there might be questions along the way, and those questions, you're free to bring those questions to me during the seminar. And we've had really good conversations and really good seminars in the previous course, so I'm looking forward to this one as well.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the things that people who in the last bootcamp, when they attended the seminars, they said that that was one of the things that they really, really appreciated, just having the opportunity to ask questions, because sometimes you can like read the translation and you're like, okay, so it means that in a literal sense, but then there might be contexts or situations where we use those verbs a little bit differently to, for example, English. So then to be able to talk to you and discuss these things and raise any questions that you might have about how to actually use the verbs, I think people have found that super useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially with the help verbs, because they are quite powerful in Swedish. So the fact that we include different ones each week as well, makes it even better, because then you get the help verbs as a bonus. So to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of things are coming up on in these seminars that you wouldn't necessarily read in a book or find out in any other way, because the conversation usually goes in various alleyways, and you find out things, about Sweden or Swedish culture or other things that you might necessarily not know and not find out in the same way by studying, for example. So they're really good. They're really good, these seminars, for other things, not just for the verbs, but just Swedish in general, I'd say.
Yeah, Yeah, it really contextualizes things, I think. Yeah. Just some of the things that other previous boot campers said that they really, really liked. They talked about they really enjoyed Quizlet. I have someone here who says, I enjoy Quizlet. I think it's a really cool tool and I enjoy using it. The quality of the flashcard and audio is really good. And I like the repetition. This really helps hammer it home and has probably made the biggest difference. So just putting the hours in and really don't skip the struggle. Like you have to put the hours in and then you will see the results. And we've had some amazing results from the last boot camp, actually. I just wanted to share one with you, which I thought was so sweet. So this is from a person who lives together with a Swedish partner. And she said, I just had a phone call with my partner's mum and the course is already paying off. It is so much easier when I'm not stumbling for how to say went instead of go, etc. And then I can focus more on my sentence structure and word order. So I think it flows a bit better. She was impressed and actually commented on my Swedish. So I must be making some sort of progress finally. So huge thanks again for the bootcamp, which I think it just means the world to me when people actually have such a strong result. And the result is I mean, basically it's down to the boot campers putting the hard work in, but also because they have all this structure that we're providing through the boot camp, and you don't need to think about what to do, you just follow the program. And if you do that, it works.
And it is sometimes very important to have that structure as well. So even if you know what to study, you don't know how to study it. So the structure provides that help for you and makes it easier for you to kind of digest the content. And I mean, I had students from the previous one who said that they woke up every morning with my voice in their head because they'd been listening to my recordings the night before. So that is one of the things that you might encounter if you do this boot camp. You will hear my voice in your head 24/7.
Be warned.
Yeah, my soothing voice. So that's, it's a bad thing because you hear my voice, but it's a good thing because you learn proper Swedish. Yeah. And it's recorded in a way that doesn't sound in a dialect. So they are recorded in a way that a Swede would say it, but not necessarily my type of Swede, if that makes sense. So it's not a Gothenburg dialect.
And also another thing, because I remember when we created the course and you recorded them, is that you also recorded them in a way where you drop letters. So you're not reading like word by word throughout the sentence or the phrase. You actually say it quickly and as people say it naturally.
Yeah. Which is which can be good for your, which is good for you because that's how people speak. Yeah,
exactly. I'll go through a few more questions. So you know what you get, you know what you need, and in order to access the course, all you need is a laptop with internet connection. Obviously, you need access to Quizlet, which is free. And you need, if you want to do the drop-in seminars, which we highly recommend, you need access to Zoom, and that's also free. So it's super easy. Okay, so just to recap, what do you need to do during the course? Well, you need to follow our Bootcamp weekly training program. You need to do your exercises circuits in Quizlet, including the warm-up and the cool-down. And you'll be doing this, your exercises Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, and you'll receive an email every Sunday with your weekly verbs and instructions for the week ahead, and you'll be focusing on 10 verbs in all forms in sentence form per week.
Yeah, so with a seminar on Wednesday.
But you can book them in through the booking system in your own time zone, so you don't have to think about what time is UK time. It will all be there And it will
And
take you.
another thing is that these seminars will be recorded as well.
Yes.
So if you miss out on the seminar, the only thing you miss out on is asking me questions, but you don't miss the thing will be on YouTube. So you will be able to go back then and have a look and watch it afterwards.
Yeah, but the whole seminars, they will not be up publicly on YouTube. They will be unlisted. So we'll just share that link so you can watch the whole seminar again, just for the boot campers.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Another question that we often get in relation to this course is, what level of Swedish should I have to do this course?
It's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. It's an important question because you don't want to jump on some kind of course if you're not the right level. You want to know that it's going to be perfect for you. And I would say, and we'll see if you agree with this, Daniel, but I say that this course is pretty much for everyone, beginners through to advanced. But I would say, and this is just a little bit of a warning, if you're a total beginner, you've never done any Swedish before, not a single word, you don't know what hej or tack means, then it might be a little bit intense because there will be so many new words to learn in a short space of time. Yeah, it could be overwhelming. You can still do it. I mean, if you're a confident self-learner and if you feel confident about learning a language in general, then you can do it. But I would say that the course is perfect for people who are kind of beginners plus, and also people who are kind of A2, B1, or even B2. I would say it's really quite perfect. But really, it's about if you feel that you are either struggling to understand how the verbs work, full stop, maybe this is more for beginners, and you just want to get a handle on it. You don't know what an imperative is or an infinitive or a supine or anything like that, then this is a great course because it will give you such a foundation to understand this. But if you are a more advanced learner and you just have this tendency to make errors with your verbs, you slip up, you trip up, you can't remember the past tense of går, or you're always doubting yourself, then this is also a really good course for you because it will drill in all these key verbs in Swedish, and it will just make it automatic. So you just don't have to think twice about them ever again.
It kind of helps you internalize the process of the verbs.
Yeah.
So that is something that usually we try to do in lessons, but this is very intense. So the intensity of it makes the process quicker.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to say is that the seminars are going to be in English. So there's no need for you to worry about having to speak Swedish for an hour if you feel not confident to do it. Yeah. So that's fine by me. I can speak English as well.
Yeah, that you can. Yeah, exactly. And we do that so that we can accommodate for beginners as well as more advanced learners. Yeah. So, but there will be obviously some examples in Swedish, of course.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But the discussions will be in English. Oh, how do I join the weekly drop-in seminars? So the way this works is when you book, when you sign up to the course, you will get a confirmation email. And in there will be a link. And through that, you can then book in the seminar slots on our booking system. Okay. And then so when you've booked the seminar, you'll get another confirmation email. And in that confirmation email, there will be a link to Zoom. And you just use that link, you just click on that link and join the seminar. So it's all kind of, the process is automated and all the information will be there in your booking confirmations.
I don't even think you need to download Zoom or install it.
I don't think so.
I think you can do it through the web.
You could do it through a browser, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it's super easy. Super easy. Oh, one more thing. Remember, when you're booking your seminar I keep calling them seminars.
Well, they are kind of like
drop-in calls. Yeah, the drop-in live sessions, discussions. You need to book them at least 24 hours in advance. So, but I will be sending out email with the training program and all that kind of thing, the checklist and the cheat sheets and all sorts. And I will remind you then to book it in. But it's something that you can, excuse me, that you can do straight away once you've signed up if you want to.
Yeah, and if you miss out on the time gap, so you want to book and it's like 10 hours left or something, then you can just send me an email. And most people have my email, so
yes, we can always squeeze you in.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world.
No, that's true. It's just the booking system is set for 24 hours.
That's right.
You can't go through there, but we can always get you in. Yeah. Yes, I am so excited to do this. I love this boot camp, and I think the main thing I love about it is I love that people are connecting in these drop-in calls from all over the world, and it's like a really cool thing to have people kind of asking questions, and a lot of people have the same questions, which makes you feel like you're not alone, and it's like it's a nice thing. And then the other thing that I love is that people are getting such strong results from it, that it actually really works, and people are seeing we
had no idea
when we started. No, we just thought this should be on paper, it should be a good idea, but oh my gosh, some of the results that have come out have been truly amazing, and I'm super excited to do it again.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.